All right, let me add that music.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
We're
right.
finally done.
Let's go.
You just left like that. Yo, why are you guys all over my face?
Thanks for
Get the hell off
vibing
my
with
face,
us all night. Big ups to the gifters dropping heat and the likers. Y'all make it complete. Shout out to Cool K Crew. You already know we ride with you. Catch us next stream. Same cool scene where the jokes hit hard and the game stay clean. Till next time, stay chill, stay peace. Love, peace, and chicken grace.
Here, Chantelli. Boop. I don't need a list of all the songs from tonight if can't. Got your slides. I was gonna say I was gonna publish the VOD slides. Your outro is playing. Oh, is it? Is it still playing right now? Chat, is my outro still playing right now? Hi, Mova. Hi, Jeezy. No. Okay, it was, but it's not playing anymore. Okay, cool. Yo, Slides, I was gonna say if you can publish, but I just realized I can't publish a TikTok VOD. Bruh, I can't publish a TikTok vlog. It was you were talking and couldn't hear anything? Oh, I see. What's up, Newly Central? Hi, Looped. All right, chat, y'all ready for the story? Info time on the joke. Y'all ready for the story? Cool, I got a video of us crying and your butt was in my face, so it looks kind of... Wait, what, really? You're gonna have to post it, I'll share it. Let me hydrate real quick. All right, chat. Becca just subbed for 7 months in a row. My ear. Sorry, my ear. You guys don't hear that. Becca, thank you so much for subbing 7 months in a row. I truly appreciate you, Becca. W's in the chat for Becca. Are we going into Cool Club or... Oh, should we go to the yacht? Yeah, I'm down. You guys want to come to the yacht, chat? So you guys can hear me in real time? Now, because most people are asleep, please don't talk at any given time. I don't want your annoying mic to ruin the vibe. If you know your mic is good, you can end up talking after, but if you know your mic is annoying, yeah, don't open your mouth, chat. All right, I just would like to, I can tell you guys a story in real time. Just, it's super late, it's late night, and I don't want any, like, everybody's asleep right now, everybody's off. Filthy Chun, thank you for the follow. I'm at the gym, so I'll just watch. Gwen says, Gwen, you missed out. We did it again for you, and you weren't even there. What the? So because proximity chat, I'll just watch you on stream. Okay, cool. They're like, they want to see me story time on stage. All right, so let's load in on stage. I can tell you story time on stage. Story time on stage. So for anybody who knows, it's called Cool's Comedy House. It was originally called Cool's Comedy Club, but I don't like the initials KK. I was like, Native, what the hell? Native thought he could troll me. Native said our first name of our comedy club is Cool's Comedy. I wonder what do you gotta press to actually look it up. Chat, if you type in Cool's Comedy House, will you find it? Let's see. Cool's Comedy House. Yeah, I guess you can find it. Yeah, it's called Cool's Comedy House. I think if you just type that, we can have up to 60 players. Yeah, so you just scroll down twice. Type in Cool's Comedy House. And then we're just going to go and talk. We'll probably have therapy nights over there. I don't know if I care for therapy nights or, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. My name is Cool Dip and I've been abused. Custom key. Let me give a code. Actually, nobody can eliminate each other here, so I'll just open it for everybody. Actually, I'll just give you the custom key openly. Oh, maybe I should just give it to the trusted because how many people are actually watching this live? What if we get people who... Well, we got like at least 50, so... Yeah, I'm going to keep it private. We might have someone come in and just like totally like F you N-word. I'm gonna keep it private. Cool's Comedy House. Nah, I'm too chill right now to... I'm gonna press accept. Alright, let's see if the code works. Alright, make sure you're in NA West. You gotta be in Cool's Comedy House. You're gonna scroll down twice. Type on this custom key. Please make sure your mics are muted because it's proximity chat, so we can all hear you in real time. The code is in customs. Please don't share that code out publicly. And then come join the comedy house. Be careful if it has proximity. That's why I'm doing it private, Sarah. It's not going to be... there's proxy chat for this, so please mute your mics. The whole point of a comedy house is so that everybody can talk. Hi, Hooked and Booked. How are you? Kimmy, go to sleep. Go to sleep. You got school in the morning. And then I got to wake up early tomorrow. Super early in the morning. And then on top of that, I got to try to get back to the house by like 12 o'clock so that we could do a community... So we can all get that dog for the community event. Oh, man, I got to rush back home, too. I'm going to come sit in there and sleep. All right, Kimmy. Wait, it's your fiance Crystal's birthday? How come y'all didn't say anything, Hooked? Why didn't y'all say anything? It's her birthday. We didn't even get to wish her happy birthday. Chat, we'll sing. You know what's cool about this? If I'm available... Tell her to come into the comedy house so we can sing her happy birthday in real time as a community. I don't know, man. I feel like everybody's going to butcher the song. We could all sing it out loud as a community. Actually, she doesn't have to come to the comedy house. Whoever's in the comedy house with me, we'll do it. Now, a special moment, chat. This is never going to happen every time. This is just random because someone recommended Cool's Comedy House. So as you can tell, I go with the flow of life. And so because the flow is there's going to be a bunch of people in here, we might as well sing happy birthday to Crystal. So Crystal, congratulations. You will be the first person in the community where everybody gets to sing happy birthday to. How do we get in? The code is in Discord, Trunks. Same way. She's going to be the first person that we're going to wish happy birthday as a community. In community, we're going to sing it together, okay? So do not butcher the song. If your mic sucks, couple rules when you come into this room. Proximity chat is open. Turn that stream down. All right? Make sure your stream is all the way down because I'm going to hear my echo in the background chat and then I'm going to be like, yo, whoever the hell that is, you're kicked out of the club. You can't even get in. I'll ready up at the 10-minute mark so I can tell you the story and then we're all going to sing happy birthday to Crystal and then we're going to bounce, chat. My mic is off. Yeah, if you don't want to sing happy birthday. I know Slides is willing to open his mic because he plays with me on stage. Who else is going to be on stage is willing to sing with me? So I'm not the only one. The map code, just type in Cool's Comedy House. You see it on the screen, Trunks? You see that Cool's Comedy House? You just got to go to... scroll down twice, and you see this search discover bar? Just type in Cool's Comedy House. And then it'll pop up. You see that? Should be the first one. Cool's Comedy House. We got 14 people. I heard someone need help. Where do you need to go in the morning? I just got meetings. So I have upcoming weddings. I have an event next week, the week after. Another event I got to prep for on July. I got a big corporate event that might come in, so I'm not going to say that one out loud. I have another, summer is always busy for me, chat. I got a lot of weddings, a lot of events to do, so I'm tired. I'm tired. My brain is so split, chat. I'm like so burnt. Happy Warrior, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. My brain is so burnt because I got to run my business as a professional MC, and then from the professional MC business, and then I got to put on my streamer hat. And after my streamer hat, I got to go to the comedy club and put on my comedy hat. And after the comedy hat, I had to come back and edit some videos. I had to edit videos earlier, put on my edit hat. So, oh gosh, today was busy. Today I'm burnt. You guys want to do a sleep stream? I just end the live and y'all just watch me? Y'all know I'm never going to do that again, right, Jimmy? Whoever was here, you get to witness the first and ever. I'm a burnt toast. You know what? I'm a black toast. Chat, at this point, this is how I feel. This is how I feel right now. I'm burnt. I'm really, really burnt. Not to be mistaken with the burnt peanut. I'm the black nut. I can smell the crisp. I'll just be listening on here. My Xbox just gave on. It's okay, Chantelli. Your Xbox is like 12 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't your Xbox like 12 years old? Do you do grad parties now? Spoke says, no, grad parties can't afford me. I've priced myself to a point where grad parties can't afford me. And usually I don't take grad parties. The only grad parties that I usually do is like if it's a friend of a friend of a friend, then I'll hook them up. But for the most part, I only do weddings and corporate events. That's it. There's a lot of grad parties who reached out to me this summer, and I was like, I'd rather hang out with the community chat. I hate seeing people in person. So it's like the only time, oh cool, chat, the only time I will see people in person is if I have to work on my craft as a comedian. If I have to work, if I have a client like a wedding, or that's it. Other than that, I'm an introvert. I don't want to see people. I don't want to see people, right? So that's the only time I'll see people is like if I go out, or if I have to go film videos in Waikiki, you know, on Saturdays, because chat kind of pushed me to create more content with real people. So I'm in the beach, I'm at the parks lately on Saturdays. So yeah, I hate doing it, but how else do you get better at your craft? You know what I mean? You got to put yourself in so many uncomfortable situations every single time. Chat, you got to be trusted if you want to code. None of my mods are working, so I'm so sorry, but you can't get in. None of my mods are working right now, so come back another day, chat. If you're trying to get in, you got to ask for it in Discord. It's called Am I Trusted? So make sure you ask for Am I Trusted. Tomorrow, only community can come and join us to do the live event. The live event starts at 12:20 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. 12:20 p.m. Do you have to join as a solo? Yes. I mean, you have to type in Cool's Comedy House. So if you don't have Cool's Comedy House, you're not in the right place. I'm going to ready up at the 9-minute 30-second mark, because if it goes over 10 minutes, we're all going to glitch out. Yeah, there's a section in Discord called Trusted or Sub. A reminder, turn off the stream or silence it when you come in, because this is open prox chat. This is open prox chat, so we'll be able to hear everything you're saying. All right, chat? We're going to hear everything. So we're going to do two things. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and then Crystal is in. So we're going to sing Happy Birthday to Crystal, our first ever community member who we get to sing Happy Birthday. It just so happened that it worked in real time. Don't expect this every time. Don't expect this, because we have, I mean, you all are special, chat, but our community is growing and growing and growing. It's just, I'm going with the flow. It's just, this happened, and in real time, I'm an empath. As an empath, I read the room. And he said, it's my fiance's birthday. They stayed up super late. It's like 12:30 in the morning. They didn't have to be up this late. And so because we're up this late, yeah, I'm going to, yeah. Keep your mic off, chat, because someone's going to fart. I just know it. It's the Polly Peanut. I like that. The Polly Peanut. All right, chat, at 9-minute 30 seconds, I'm going to ready up. Once again, keep your mics muted. The only time I want you to talk is when we're going to sing Happy Birthday. We're going to sing Happy Birthday to Crystal. Her name is Crystal, chat. Our first community member, where we get to do it as a community. Isn't that amazing? Who needs Delulu when you got a comedy club where we can open up? We might do therapy nights here. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do therapy night. I'm too much of an empath to do therapy night, because I feel like I tried therapy with the community one time, and y'all burned the crap out of me with some of the drama y'all be going through in real life. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. So we'll see. I'm back. Did I miss anything? I'm going to tell the story in real time with the community. All right. I'm going to start the match. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Everybody keep your mics muted, please. Nobody open your mic. It's a proximity chat, so everybody can hear you. Keep your mics muted. Keep your mics muted. Wish I could join the map, but baby, that's okay, Laundry. We should do community joke night. I am down for that, Julianne. Discord Thursdays is a thing we've been doing. So on Thursday nights, we could do like someone goes up, and if you want to get over, if you want to get over your, what the hell? I'm still a peanut. Bring back my face. I'm like trying to do facial. Chat, I was trying to do this the whole time, and I'm like, why? Where's my hands? I was like trying to do that. Where the hell are my hands? This is how I talk. I talk with expressions. You know what I mean? Where the hell's my hands? I realized I was still a peanut the whole time. All right, cool. Let's see. How do I breathe without? Yeah, I'm out here being Lieutenant Dan, dog. How do I breathe? Hold on, bear with me, chat. I gotta close out all of this. Close out that. I forgot to bring up the multi-chat. Let me bring up multi-chat real quick. Hi, YouTube. I forget we're live over there, so I just want to say hi to y'all, but I don't see any of your comments. I don't got time to try to do all this, so I'm just gonna bring up the comments on Coldit TV. Connect platforms. Everybody say hi so I can say hi to you on Twitch. Everybody say hi on Twitch. Why isn't it working? There it is. It's working now. Hi Gwen, hi Laundry, hi Trash. Okay, cool. Alright, let me go in there. Checking 1 2 1 2 1 2. Chat should be able to hear me, I think. Did we make it in the map already? Chat, how come I can't hear anything? Oh, is it because I'm in party chat? Oh, yeah, game chat. Okay, chat, I'm here. Okay, everybody. Welcome to community night. We can hear you. All right, Trunks is here. Everybody have a seat. The community, yeah, isn't Native amazing? He's a beautiful man. And you know what's crazy about him, Brando? I have never met the man in real time. I don't even know what the hell he looks like. I mean, I do. He sent me a picture. But chat, what if he manti-tailed me? What if he doesn't really look like that? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's like, I don't know if he's really Native. You know, for all I know, he's like this 21-year-old blonde chick, and he's actually not Native American. Yeah, what if I'm getting catfished? That's what I'm saying. Don't tell a Native I said this. This is why gaming is forever gonna be amazing. Yeah, who does this, bro? Brando, who does this? You don't see this. Like, normal people don't do this for people. This guy legitimately came, create this yacht. We're gonna have open mic nights over here with the community, where chat, you work on your stand-up comedy stuff. So if you want to come up on stage, maybe we might do like stand-up comedy with the community, and like, let's say we want to laugh, you know what I mean? And then you guys come up and do that, right? And or maybe we might do karaoke night. I don't know, something we can consider to bond closer with the community. So I just want to say, I like sit-down comedy. Yeah, so everybody here is seated. Okay, chat, I'm ready to tell you guys about what went down. Kimmy's like, cooking show. They're like, why are we all slouching? We're gamers. Shay's like, I'll be your heckler. I'll be your heckler is crazy, man. Happy birthday song after. For now, I'm only gonna talk to the community. So chat, for those of you who don't know, this is my third ever comedy act. My first one, everybody, if you weren't here for it, I completely bombed my first ever comedy. Actually, I should start the timer for this so I can tell the story in real time. Kimmy, let's start the timer in 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. First comedy act I did was 3 weeks ago, and I bombed it really bad, at least in my opinion. I forgot my lines. I was too busy trying to memorize stuff, and I went in as a professional MC, and the problem with going in as a professional MC is you start memorizing stuff instead of actually telling stories. So for those of you who don't know, who've never tried stand-up comedy, it takes 10 years, up to 15 years for a comedian to find their voice. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I found my voice on my second ever open mic. God is good. And here's how I found out. I bombed the first one so bad. Now, most people would quit. The first one had an awkward girl come into the club. So it looked something like this. So take a look at everybody at this comedy club. The first time I went to a comedy club, there was this mean girl. So I'm gonna put a snippet of what happened. there was this mean girl who came in and she brought, ready for a chat, 30 of her friends. 30 of her friends. Hi, Cat Eyes. Sorry, I'm telling the story. I'm going to let you, I'll say hi to each and every one of you as soon as I get a chance, because I have this ADHD thing where I'm going to forget and lose track. But hi, welcome in. So I see this girl come up before me. So this is my first ever open mic comedy club. This happened 3 weeks ago. So mean girl comes up on stage and she brings 30 people. So I'm going to ask each and every one of y'all, you know, in the chat, not the people in the crowd, in the chat, how many of y'all have ever met a mean girl in person? Anybody have ever met a mean girl in person? Okay, Harmony has, Gwen has, Love Doll has, Karma has, me, several. Aurora's met several. Mighty Buttercup says my sister. Okay, so this girl is a mean girl. Who even has 30 friends? That's what I'm saying, Shifty. Who the hell has 30 friends? So she comes in, but this is what she says. She did her first ever MC gig. That's what I do for a living. I've done it for 15 years. So I know how long it takes to perfect the craft. Actually, I started in 2010. I've done it 16 years. So I know what it takes to be in front of a crowd of 200 minimum. Actually, I've done 5 minimum. I've done 5 people events. And in maximum, I've done 20,000 people events. So this girl did her first ever wedding. She killed the wedding, apparently. And she came in, brought 30 friends. And then, guess what she does? She roasts the crap out of them. But not just necessarily roast them. She roasts them below the belt. So she talks about, so I'll give an example. Let's say Slides is the office slut. So she goes, Slides, you in the back over there, just want to tell everybody, you can't seem to keep your legs closed, right? So she starts talking about all her coworkers, right? She goes off, right? So she goes off, she's talking smack about that person. And then all the comedians are like, whoa, the office slut, which one is she? I want to know. Which one is she? You know what I mean? So she's trying to talk, like the comedians are all trying to figure out who this office chick. I want to take her home for the night. You know what I mean? And then she goes, speaking about being pregnant always, my bestie, everyone give it up for my bestie. So she points to the girl in the front. Let's say Kimmy, right? She goes, Kimmy, she's my bestie. She's pregnant. Round of applause for Kimmy. The crowd goes crazy, right? The round of applause for Kimmy. And then she goes, the only reason why I'm here on stage with all 30 of my friends is I MC that couple's wedding at the back. Let's see. Any couples in here? I can't see. No, I don't see. No, I don't see them. Yeah, I was gonna say if our Dubai prince and our blonde chick is here, Jess and Jill, but they're not in here. Anyways, so he goes, I just MC'd their wedding, Jess and Jill. Congratulations, right? At the back of the room, everybody. So everybody starts clapping. Then she does the worst thing you could do as a person. She points to the person in the middle, right? So let's say Deadly Raven, right over there, the clown. You see the clown over there? So she walks up to the clown and she goes to the clown. This is in real time. And you, Edward, we hate your guts. She says it with the strong F word. She said, okay, there goes Edward. He's leaving. Okay, so in real time, Edward doesn't leave the club. In real time, I love it like Edward just walks away. That's what Edward should have done, right? So she goes, and you, Edward, we hate your guts. All our whole friend group talks smack about you behind your back. And she just reams him in front of a whole group of people. Now, keep in mind, this is a comedy club online, but this is in person. So I could see him. He's like this white boy, blonde. Did he have blonde hair? Blue eyes. He sinks into his seat. And I think he wants to cry. So he sinks into his seat. And she thought she killed it. She goes, as she's going off stage, she high fives everybody. It wasn't even funny, dog. She high fives everybody back to her seat. And I was so like, damn, did she just do that? Not on Men's Health Month. No, this was 3 months ago, Shifty. 3 weeks ago. I'm talking about my first ever comedy set. 3 weeks ago was the first time I did open mic. That was the bit that happened right before I did my first one. So she sucks the energy out of the whole room. And now you can almost hear a pin drop. So I go on stage for my first ever comedy set. And The problem with doing your first ever comedy set, you think you're going to kill it as a professional MC. I've done professional MCing once again for 16 years. I thought I was going to kill it. Look at Maria out here clapping. I thought I was going to kill it. But guess what? I have never done comedy in my life, right? And people, I've done comedy as a professional MC. Now, stand-up comedy is different. It's you streaming, but in person. Does that make sense? That I didn't know. I thought I had to memorize lines. I thought I had to do all of this. So I go up, I butcher my first. Please keep this between us, chat. I butcher it. I have the video to prove it, but Kimmy says I didn't butcher it that bad. She says she likes it. She saw it. She says, you're just in your head too much. It didn't go that bad. I said, it's bad. I'm not going to explain the whole story of how I bombed it. I bombed my first ever comedy set. I bombed it so bad, my mentor, who I call my mentor, the guy who gets me into meeting all these famous celebrities out here, because he opens for some of these celebrities, right? He opened up recently for Ray Lau, who was on the Netflix special called Funny AF. So James, my boy, he says, hey, can I talk to you? He was really sweet about it. Takes me outside. And I think he was trying to tell me, don't worry about it. But I don't think he realized how easy I took it. He thought I felt bad because there was 50 people in that room that night. My first ever comedy set, most people who do their first ever comedy set are in front of 2 to 3 people. I was in front of 50 people, my first ever comedy set. And because I didn't know my voice. So I'm trying to memorize, I'm trying to piece things together, and I bombed it. Nonetheless, I bombed it. And so I told chat, it was a funny story. It's a long story of how I bombed it. I'm not going to explain it. That story for another night. If you were here, you were here. Because I got to get to tonight's set. So I bombed the first set, and I told chat, I'm so mad at how it went that I am going to go out and look for strangers. And I'm gonna roast them in public and do my own comedy set in public. Hashtag, that's why you see me going out and doing these random stranger videos again, because I went out on a Saturday. I bombed Thursday. Friday came, and I could not stop thinking about how much I bombed it, because I'm a professional at this track, at being around people. Right? I'm supposed to be this professional, and so I was mad. I went Saturday, and I realized I learned something about myself, that basically, rather than memorize my bits, I'm just gonna tell stories the same way I talk to chat right now. So I learned a lot about myself because I approached maybe 5 strangers that day, 5 groups of strangers. I approached a Puerto Rican group. I approached this Caucasian group. I approached African Americans that day. I approached a Psalm 1 group, which that Psalm 1 video did 200,000 views on Instagram. That's the one where the guy's ear almost falls off, and I was making it, he kept going, So I got their group. There was a bunch of stuff that happened, right? And so I figured out my voice chat literally going towards that beach. Now, there's only one way to find out if I truly killed it. My second ever comedy set happens last week. So last week I ended up doing my comedy set, and instead of memorizing my lines, I decided to just tell stories. And I told stories, and you have 5 to 7 minutes. The toughest thing for open mic is you have 5 to 7 minutes, you got to get the hell off the stage, or else they're going to beep you and embarrass you in front of everybody. So last week I had nothing but comedians. Only comedians. Yes, I'm half Samoan, Lo Drilla. I'm half Indian. So I'm Samoan from the waist above, and I'm Indian from the waist below. Anyway, so I'm there last week, and after the second ever comedy set, I knew what I had to do. I ended it right at the 7-minute mark. Beep, beep, beep. The thing goes off, and the crowd does not respond to it at all. Guess what? I find out, I knew already, but the crowd are all a bunch of comedians. If you've ever been around a group of comedians, they're very, what's the word? Nothing makes them laugh anymore. So last week's group was nothing but comedians. They've heard it all, they've seen it all, but I knew I killed it. In fact, I was talking smack to them. I know I killed it. I said, I don't give a damn. I even told them straight up in their face. I would say some jokes, right? And the joke wouldn't deliver to them. And then I said, one of the jokes didn't deliver. Pardon the language, kids, right? I'm going to have to cuss, all right, to tell you what happened. One of the jokes I did was a really, really good joke. Really good. This community would find it funny. I killed the joke, delivered it. It was so good. Nobody laughed, right? So nobody laughed at the joke. And then I paused for a bit, and I said, fuck y'all, that shit is funny. Non-laughing, having that comedians, man. Y'all take that shit out of here. You know, like I was trolling them. I paused for a bit. I paused for a bit in front of the whole group, and I told that to all of them. See, because the difference between me and most comedians is they're not comfortable with who they are as a person. It takes years for some people to get comfortable with who they are. I'm already comfortable in my own skin. So I know Sally. Hold on, pause chat. It's loud in my ear. Sally just subbed for 7 months in a row. W's in the chat for Sally. So I know, chat, I killed it. But did I truly kill it? How do I know if I truly killed it? I have to actually see a real group of people rather than comedians. Well, guess what? Tonight was my 3rd ever comedy set. And as soon as I walk in, there are actually people who are non-comedians in the crowd. They were flying in from all over the world. Some guy from Thailand was here. Another guy from China was here. There was a lesbian couple at the front, right? Maggie and someone else's fingers were in the front. Who else? There was the main African-American host. There's so many people, right? There was scissoring happening. Aurora, fun fact, I love that you're doing that scissor emote because majority of prior to me, here's another thing I learned, chat. Prior to me, and I'm going to finish this story off tonight. Prior to me, there was a show before. There was an African-American guy who runs the club. His name is Pepper. And then there's my boy James, who's like a really good host. So these two are doing a back and forth conversation with each other, right? That's tonight's comedy set. And prior to the open mic, they're going bantering back and forth, right? So he's trolling black people, the Psalm 1 guy. The Psalm 1 guy is trolling black people. The black guy is trolling Psalm 1 people. And they're just bantering back and forth. They're very good. They're seasoned comedians. They've been doing it for a while, right? So just like you've seen the roast of Kevin Hart, these two have been doing it for a while. So they're good. And the two in the front were lesbian, and they just could not stop talking about scissoring. It was funny as hell. So it was good. It was really good. And the lesbian couple in the front was cracking up. Like, the crowd was cracking. I liked it. Then guess who's the first ever person after these very, very experienced people? Me. Because from now on, I don't want to be second. I don't want to be third. I don't want to be fourth. I don't want to be fifth. There's a long line. So my boy James, W's in the chat for him. I love that, man. So James told me, I'll sign you up for first if you, I messaged him and I said, bro, I got a community to come and talk to after. I'm just going to message you from now on so that I go first every time. Let me be the first. So I was the first guy who went up. I go up, I open up my line. And my opening line of today's bit, right? Tonight's bit, with all these, a few random strangers, an actual crowd. So tonight I get to find out, am I really, really cut out for this? Or will I bomb again? Because I've discovered my voice. Bear with me, chat. I've discovered my voice. I know what style I should be telling. And chat, let me tell y'all, tonight, now that I've discovered my voice on the second ever comedy site, tonight, with a real crowd, I fucking killed it, dog. I killed it, dog. I killed it so bad. Everybody was like, who the hell is this guy? Damn, this guy is good. None of them. I killed it so much, chat, on my third ever set. I killed it so much. People were asking, damn, this guy is seasoned. This guy's been doing this for a while. I overheard some people go, yo, does this guy have a page? I killed it so much. My mentor, when I walked off stage, she goes, damn, bro, you getting better. I was like, thanks, man. It meant the world to me. He said, damn, bro, you getting better. I was like, thanks, bro. It means the world to me. And I just because, first and foremost, I want to take a moment, chat. Because I killed it, I want to take a moment to thank God. Because without God, man, I wouldn't have killed it. Because God helped me figure this out. That today, I was struggling. You guys are going to hear me cry in real time. And I was struggling writing my bit today. And it's like I never had people to, how do I explain it? I never had people to confide in to help me with my bit. So I talked to God and I prayed to him today. And I said, God, man, I'm struggling. I don't know I don't know how to connect the pieces for me today. I'm trying to finish my story. The chat in real time, I had to be at the comedy club within an hour. And I only had this community. And I finished my meetings, came all the way home, and I rushed and I said, chat, I'm cooked. because me and this community, we're down now. We're like committed to doing this comedy thing for until we keep going, until we feel like it's not for us. But we killed it so bad tonight, chat. My opening line was clap once if you can hear me. They clapped, and I said clap twice if you remember your first time. And so this black girl, claps twice. Bop bop. I look to the black girl. All right, cool. Before you tell your first time, I'm gonna tell mine. You got to tell me in one sentence. All right, we locked in now. So I tell the black girl, I'm gonna tell my first time. It happened in the 2nd grade. The only reason why I got caught, my teacher came in because she screamed. Paused. I paused for a bit for dramatic effect. What was your first time like? And she goes, This girl panicked. You can tell she didn't know. She was like, shit, I didn't ask for this. So you can tell this introverted girl, bruh, you can tell this introverted girl. And then I started pointing around the room. Nobody helped me. I pointed around the room. I said, why'd y'all clap? You know what I mean? Like they were all clapping. I'm gonna keep that out of the video. But they clapped, and I said, okay, let me tell you about my first time. I don't know where your heads are going, but I'm talking about the first time I made a girl scream because I threw a cockroach at her. And then the crowd kind of got it. A few laughs. They're like, so that's where he's going. Then I talk about the story, and if you know the story, I was trying to get a callback for each part of the story. So I have it in real time. I'm not going to tell the whole story to this community, but I have in real time. Native created this comedy club prior to my set. So we came in as a community, and I said, chat, I don't know what happened in 2nd grade. I don't know what all happened throughout. So this community in real time figured out what my callback was. My callback was, can I get an amen? Now, if you know, you know. I'm not going to re-explain the whole story. And every time I said that, the crowd kept laughing. It was really, really good. A lot of people from all over the world. It was a killer. It was a killer set. It was one of those like really good sets. And I could feel like I got everybody in the palm of my hands. Queen Gremlin. Thank you, Queen Gremlin. Thank you for 7 for 3 months in a row. I feel like I got everybody in the palm of my hands to the point where they were laughing at things I didn't need to like I don't know, whatever I was saying, they just were laughing, right? Now, I don't know if you can really hear it in the video because the camera is super far, but I haven't had a chance to go back and look at it. Anyways, big shout out to PJ Sky from our community. He was a previous pastor in his life, and he knows what it's like to be a pastor. He's been a pastor for like 15 years of his life. So I was trying to get like, what is a common line that Christian schools say? And PJ was like, you know what a good line is? Can I get an amen? So I implemented. So for those of you who don't know, I'm teaching you Comedy 101. For those of you who don't know Comedy 101, if you were to watch a comedian and you watch them tell stories, 99.9% of that story is real. The 0.1% is fake. You just have to, right? You've ever heard the 2 truths and a lie? So there's always 2 truths and a lie. So there's 2 truths in a game that we play, and then there's 1 lie. Right? So maybe we play that as a community one time where I was like, chat, I'll come up on stage and we'll play 2 truths and a lie. So basically you tell 2 truths and it sounds like out there. Like I'll say something like, I've skydived before, I've wrestled a gorilla before, and I've met The Rock before. Which one's the fake one? Right? And so comedians are like that. They got 2 truths and 1 lie. So I had to figure out the 1 lie today and figure out what is the connection of each story. And PJ Sky, Native, this whole community was here and we figured it out in real time. You just saw the process of how comedy works with SNL writers. So like most of the people who do comedy, they have what is called SNL writers. So the people write for them in real time and then they go and perform it. So in real time, I came over, I said, chat, I can't figure out the connection to this story from the girl screaming to the boys cheering me on when I'm on the fan in a circle, from the teacher coming in and busing me, from heading to the principal because I'm about to get paddled. The whole story, I need a connection. And then PJ was like, yo, what about can I get an amen? The way that fit in the story, I figured out the story within that hour and I killed the story within that hour. It was crazy, chat. So I'm blessed. I'm grateful. All of this just to say thank God. Kwamo, thank you for the follow. All of this to say without God, I would not be able to find this community. And without this community, I wouldn't have had a killer set tonight. So the only reason why I'm here is I'm grateful to tell each and every one of you, thank you for being a part of this process. Now that I understand my voice on the second, here's to more killer sets in the future. You know what I mean? There will be times where I'm going to get stuck. There are going to be times where I don't know what to do. And so I'm going to rely on this community to help me out, because the thing about this community is y'all are intelligent in your own way. Julianne has given me some intelligent lines to say with my abused bit. I can remember everything like it was yesterday. Everybody who's given an input on some of my comedy sets. So hopefully one day, it's just so surreal that I'm pursuing this side of it because I'm enjoying it. It's such an amazing process. So hopefully I bomb the next one, because I want to see another bomb. I feel like you don't learn in killing sets. So I didn't enjoy tonight. I enjoyed the feeling of the crowd like loving it. The crowd was like, damn, this guy's funny. Dang, this guy. I overheard a person, which is really cool to me. I overheard a person go, yo, this guy's seasoned. I don't know if I want to go after him. They have no clue, chat. That was my third ever comedy set. Third. I bombed the first one, killed the second one around comedians, killed the third one. I didn't, they don't even know. None of them knew. That was my third ever time. So I'm just blessed God and this community allowed me to fail. So I need to fail more. I want to bomb more, chat. Maybe I got to go to New York and get people to throw, if New York loses the NBA Finals, I say I fly up to New York and go to a comedy club while they're pissed off. Chat, I say I go to New York while they're pissed off from losing the NBA Finals and do a comedy set over there. I'm not going to lie. They're like, do it. Yo, that'd be funny as hell. That'd be funny. Chat, you just got to fly down, all right? Come down to New York, and that's how you get shot. All right, cool. Maybe I won't try that. But, chat, that would be funny as hell, nonetheless. That'd be funny as hell. Anyways, chat, the only reason why we're here is not only to tell the story. See if you can lighten the mood. Yeah, I would like it, Julianne. See, I don't know. We'll see if I'm going to fly to New York. I don't have enough money to travel. When I was a professional MC, chat, and I did 10 to 15 events a month, bruh, I could fly anywhere I wanted, chat. I could fly. I don't have friends. I could be like, yo, you guys want to go to Dubai? And none of my friends are like, bro, I can't afford Dubai. Now it's bye-bye. You know what I mean? So as a streamer, I only do one corporate event a month because I care more about this community than making money. So for me, eventually, I'll probably start doing 2 events a month to try to make ends meet and try to fly out. But I love this community. This community is like the reason why I'm learning a lot about myself. So I spend more time with this community, and because I spend so much time with this community, I can't do 10 events a month. You know what I mean? It's just, that's too much prep time. That's too much because I have a lot to memorize. I got 5 pages of novels. So now I try to do 2 to 3, and that's still a lot because I have a lot to memorize. I feel like 1 is more than enough. Wedding coordinators only do 1 event because that's how intense it is. So I used to do 10, chat, 10 to 15. And that's how I pushed myself back in the day to be a better MC. But yeah, now I only do 1, 2, or 3. Anyways, could you look at doing comedy if you have an event in the mainland? Yeah. What I'm gonna do now, because I've developed my voice, in real time, I could talk to chat. Because I don't need SNL writers, I have this community. So Peaches Guy is going to get 5 million channel points for what he did today. Native's going to get 5 million channel points for what he did today. And I don't need SNL writers, dog. My SNL writers are right here, dog, right in front of me, man. It's so cool how we figured that out as a community in real time, man. God is good. I'm so blessed, man. I'm grateful for y'all, chat. Super, super grateful for y'all. All right, chat, you can unmute yourselves. Okay, someone just threw a tomato at me. Whoever wants to unmute. Can we bring the birthday girl on stage? Where is Crystal? Which one is Crystal? Crystal, which one is she? Is she here? Yeah, community is basically a think tank, Julianne. So, chat, where's Crystal? Did Crystal even come? Where the hell is Crystal? I don't think she loaded in. Oh, Crystal. Is she shy now? We're supposed to sing her happy birthday. Hi, Oso. Where the hell is Crystal? Oh, is this her? My boot hang? Okay, there she is. Crystal, come to the middle. Stand up over here. Chat, if we can come down below the stage. She's the Toonskin. Everybody down on the, only Crystal up at the top. Now unmute yourself. How come I don't hear y'all? Can someone say hi? Chat, can you guys hear Trunks? Can you hear Slides? Is it glitched? How come I can't hear Trunks? How come I... Oh, it's because my volume's down. Whoops, my main volume. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up to 70%.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I can hear you, Slides.
Slides, Trunks, I can hear you guys now. Remember my volume was down for our community. Okay, the way you guys just went awkwardly silent and not responded after is kind of weird. Guys, it's okay. You guys can talk, man. It's not a big deal.
Okay,
There you go.
okay.
Yeah, let's go. Aurora's ready. All right, Aurora, you're gonna lead the way. Aurora, come here in the middle. We're gonna listen to Aurora.
What an honor.
Aurora, you're gonna lead our first.
Front and center.
Front and center. Okay. Whatever. Okay, there we go. One more time.
Oh, fellow geek.
One more time.
Happy birthday to you.
Everyone. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Crystal. Okay, her name is not Mabuthang, guys. It's Crystal.
It's Mabuthang.
Mabuthang.
Okay, yeah. Mabuthang. Yeah, okay. And finish it. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, everybody hip hip. Hey, I like the Chihu. Hip hip. Okay, I think Aurora is the only one who knows what to say after hip hip. Guys, I say hip hip, you gotta say hooray. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, let's do it in Psalm 1. Okay, Trunks, let's do it. Hold on. For those of you, Aurora, I don't think you know in Psalm 1. Slides and Trunks. Trunks is standing in Psalm 1, so we're gonna sing in Psalm 1. Okay, ready? No dancing, no dancing, no dancing. I gotta implement a part of my culture. Implement a part of my culture. Chat, no dancing. Everyone stop throwing stuff. So Trunks is gonna lead this. Trunks is gonna lead this. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Trunks. Yeah, I don't know who is the Paulua one, but that's okay. All right, love you, chat. I appreciate y'all. All right, happy birthday, Crystal. Hope you enjoyed your first ever community birthday. Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. All right, bye, guys. I'm about to bounce down.
Cake.
Hey, where does Anakin Skywalker go shopping? At the Darth Maul.
Oh, so that's where. Okay, yo, I'm gonna be so happy for these open mic nights, man. She says thank you. All right, cool. All right, bye, guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye. All right, chat. W's in the chat. That was cute. That was cute. What a W community. We need more of that. We need more of that. That's some wholesome moments, man. Core memory. These are core memories. That's our first ever birthday. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop this. The timer. Actually, I'll just keep the timer going. It's only 29 minutes. Good night, Sunbaked. All right, thank you, chat. I appreciate y'all for wishing her happy birthday. Super, super sweet of y'all to come and join us. Thank you, Aurora, for leading it in English. And then thank you, Trunks, for leading it in Psalm 1. Thank you, Slides, for your Darth Maul joke. Thank you, Shay, for saying that we sounded flat. I think that was Shay who spoke in Psalm 1. I don't think I heard it properly. But was that Shay? I think I heard it in real time, Shay's voice. Was that Shay? Please tell me that wasn't Shay. Best community ever. Means that was off as hell. That was Shay. I knew that had to have been Shay. Hey, shh, low male pregnant. I knew that was Shay. All right, no, thank you, Hook. Thank you for bringing it up in real time, bro. For those of you who don't know, I like to read the room, and that moment wouldn't have happened without you, bro. Hooked and Boked is gonna get some tonight, bro, Crystal, cause he's the one who set that up. Hooked and Book's like, yo, bro, let me know, man. I'm the biggest wingman ever, brother. I'm a good wingman, dog. That only happened because of Hooked. So, Crystal, you better be good to my man tonight. Better be good to my man tonight, Crystal. My man set that up. You know what I mean? I just went with the flow with it. Anyways, chat, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna go get some sleep and be back by the event for tomorrow. Thank you for our first ever core memory. Can I get an amen? She says, bruh. Oh, man. Another cool community baby on the chat. 9 months from now. What is it? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Wait. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. Chat. If by March next year, I swear, dog. Hooked. If by March next year y'all have a baby, we know how it started. It started from tonight, dog. So it better be after March, homie, because we know it's because of tonight, man. I make jokes because we've had a couple. We had our first baby in the community. Was it Tautonu or was it our first baby from a connection in the community? They hooked up in our community. Was Landry and Anton. Remember when I used to do cool connections back in the day, chat, where I connected couples and stuff? I never connected them, but I used to like make jokes about Anton, and I don't know if I've ever made jokes about Laundry, but I used to do cool connections as a thing. And then Anton reached out in her DMs and asked her, you know, how old are you? That was Anton's opening line. Because, you know, we have a lot of minors and he had to be safe. So his opening line in our community, he messages Laundry and he goes, how old are you? Smart man. Laundry's like, what happened? Oh, I was talking about how you and Anton connected and hooked up in our community. You talking about me? Yeah, Laundry. I was trying to talk about how our community has made babies along the way. Shout out to the community babies, you know. Tautonu is another baby in the community. That's from Shay. And then even Love Doll had a baby while she was in the community. I'm kind of nervous about what y'all doing in the middle of my streams, dog. I'm kind of worried about y'all, man. Listen here, Laundry says. You're cute, but first I'm gonna need your ID. Our first community connection baby is Anita Elena Benderis is her name. His mom wants me to have another one. Oh, Laundry. Hold on, let me cue the music. Actually, I might get banned on YouTube. I can't do that. Yeah, this community will bring you babies. Yeah. I got to meet Tautonu. The first community baby I've met, he is so cute. Shay and Dizzles flew down from California. I had the privilege of meeting them. And they flew down, and I met them at Starbucks. And I got to meet Tautonu, and I was like, oh, my gosh. You probably recognize my voice on stream. It was so cute. He's so smiley. He's such a smiley baby. He was smiling the whole time. I think he ended up falling asleep, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if he fell asleep. I think he fell asleep on me. But, yeah, it was cool. I got to meet them in Tautonu. That was my first baby I met in the community. And then I met our mods. I met Roman and his family out of the Bay Area. They flew down. Who else did I meet from the community already? I met Lottie Dottie. She has a funny story. She trips on me. Awkward. I know y'all are introverts. Y'all are such introverts, but when I meet y'all in person, chat, can y'all be not so awkward? Can y'all be not so awkward? Because my first meeting with Lottie Dottie, she says I pushed her. I didn't push Lottie Dottie. She walks up to me, chat, and she goes, cool, Deb. And I go, Lottie Dottie. And she trips. She trips on a wire by the DJ area. And she lands on my shoulder. She lands on my shoulder. I give her a hug. And her sister or her friend started laughing because I went, I knew you were going to be awkward in person. She was so embarrassed, dog. As soon as I met Lottie Dottie, that was my line. My opening line with Lottie Dottie. I just knew you were going to be awkward in person. It's like meeting someone famous. It's really, guys, I'm not famous. I told y'all, the same way I act here is the same way I am in person because I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm an introvert. I don't like meeting people. But how I act here is how I act in person, chat. Right? There's a lot of streamers where there's a disconnect. How they act on stream, you meet them in person, and my goodness, they're awkward as hell. Right? I haven't met any streamers that I can almost guarantee you, I bet you, Happy Gal in person is probably the same on stream. Right? There's a few people like you can tell like their personality is so infectious through a screen that what you see on the camera, I bet you that's how she is in person. There are a few though that I see on camera that I bet you if I met them in person, they probably awkward as hell. You know what I mean? So it's like some people have this extroverted, outgoing, like super big personality behind the camera, you know? And then when they meet in person, it's like completely different. For me, I'm a professional MC. I've met people my whole life. So it's like what you see in person is what you see on stream is what you get in person, chat. There's no difference. I might say I might be a little bit more chill in person, but I still act stupid to people I've met. I remember when Roman came down, I think his wife was kind of sussed out because he came, and when I met him in person, those of you who don't know the story, Roman and his wife were, and I can share this out loud because he's allowed me to. He said it's okay. Him and his wife, the wife thought he was cheating on him. The wife thought he was cheating on him because he was struggling during this time. For those of you who don't know, streams are a way where you meet people who are struggling, right? And I never knew this about him at the time. But Roman had just hurt his back on an ATV accident. And I didn't know that's how he started coming around the community, because he needed to watch something to keep his mind off of the struggles he was going through. I didn't know that. So when he hurt his back, he goes to work, and he's so close to the community at the time that he goes to work. As he's slowly coming off his back injury, he takes his Xbox to work one time, and the wife could hear Roman talking to someone. And I could hear the wife go, "Are you cheating on me?" And in real time, while we're playing Fortnite, me and Roman, I said, "Yeah, he is. Who the hell are you?" Huh? Who the hell are you? Roman, you didn't tell me there's another woman in your life. And Roman's like, "Bro, chill, you're gonna get me in trouble." And the wife is like, you can almost, he went mute, he muted his mic. And bruh, it was so funny. So I met, and it was Kulina this whole time. So I met the wife in person. Roman comes down, I meet them in person. And my opening line when I met them, as soon as I met the wife, so you're probably wondering why you're here. Roman's gonna break up with you. And the wife was like, "Oh, hell no." I was like, "Yeah, this trip, he wants to come and let you know that me and him are moving in." It was so cute. The wife laughed. The Gibbs was cracking up. Like, we were all on the couch. We're all on the couch at a hotel. And they're like, "Ain't no way this guy just said this." I was like, "Yeah, I'm the new man in his life. So Roman wants to tell you it's breaking up with you." So good. So good. Such funny community moments. But yeah, those are the only people I've met. Roman, his wife, his kids, his two kids. His son plays golf. Hopefully one day he becomes a PGA Tour guy. You never know, man. I met Shay Dizzles. I met Jess for Kicks from New Zealand. I met Lottie Dottie. She tripped and she fell on my shoulder. I met Wally in person. My mods. From my mods, I met Wally in person. Kimmy was the first person I met. I met her like 14 years ago. We were at a Zumba. And then Native I've never met. Wally I've met. Anton I've met. We went out, had dinner together. Don't tell Laundry. She might be upset. I was the man in his life before Laundry moved in. And then I met Mongamu in person in our community. I mean, Mongamu was my homie before this community even happened, you know? So I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I feel bad if I ended up missing it. Oh, Kamaka. Chet, I met Kamaka, but not naturally. Okay, Manic, the reason why I didn't bring up Manic is I was going to go down it, but my ADHD kicked. For Manic, chat, I met Manic first prior to Kimmy because Manic was my high school friend, right? I'm thinking of Manic as my mod rather than, like, me and Manic were friends before we even came to Hawaii. So I went to high school with Manic. Our first, was she our third ever mod? Our first ever mod is Kimmy, then Wally, then Manic. So Manic and we were elementary buddies. So while she was a freshman, I was a junior. I forget. We next. I hope to meet you. Hooked. What's your real name? I only know Crystal's real name. What the hell is Hook's real name? You missed me, Uso. Wait, Savanso, how did I meet you? Wait, let me finish the story. Good night, Chantelli. Thank you so much for being here for this like super cool moment with the community. It's like our first ever. Here's to many more. Here's to many more. Nainoa. Ah, local boy. He got that Hawaiian name. Brada's name is Nainoa. Gee, brada. Okay, I can't do I gotta work on my local pigeon. When I meet him, I gotta bust out the pigeon one time, you know? I don't even know how to do pigeon. Kimmy's good at pigeon because she was raised in Hawaii. I wasn't raised in Hawaii. Nainoa probably got that strong pigeon accent. Let's see. Who else have I met? Oh yeah, Kamaka. The Kamaka story is different though. I didn't meet him in real time, chat. Kamaka, I was on my way to the gym. I was coming from downtown. I was riding my bike, and on my way to the gym, I just heard someone scream. Now I didn't hear anything because I have my headset on, and you guys know how much I love music, so I bump music. So no matter how many people are trying to scream cool dip, cool dip, cool dip, cool dip on the street, I don't ever pay attention because the music is going loud. Right? And it just so happened as I'm riding my bike, I pause at the light, and I don't know, I could feel someone's presence, you know? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like when God tells you, look up, you're about to get hit by a car. I don't know, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Empaths. So I could feel someone trying to get my attention, and I'm like looking another way, and I think the bus stops, and then for whatever reason, I feel like someone was saying something to me over my loud music, and I turn over randomly, and it's Kamaka. I did not know what Kamaka looked like in real life. Do not know what he looks like in real life. And I go, hey, what's up, bro? So I just thought it was one of the people who usually say hi to me when I'm on the road, right? And then as he passed by, Kamaka was actually on his way to perform. He's a musician in Hawaii. So as he's on his way, it didn't dawn on me until he came into the chat that night, and Kamaka goes, hey, what's up, Dip? And I was like, wait a minute. And for some reason, I found out in chat without him telling me. I said, wait a minute, Kamaka, was that you in person who said hi to me? I don't know how to explain it, but I remember Anton showing a picture of him, and I was like, it didn't connect while on my way to the gym that was Kamaka. But in real time, Kamaka comes into the chat. I was like, wait a minute, Kamaka, was that you I saw earlier? And then now chat's making a story that I ignored him on purpose. They're like, nah, Dip, he's different in person. They're like, Dip is different in person. He just waved at me, didn't even. But he was on a bus, right? So Kamaka's on a bus, and it happened in real time. I turned to him. He like shaka. He throws his shaka. I was like, hey. And then the bus leaves, right? It happened like that. So it was just, yeah. Now chat's thinking like, Cool Dip in person is so mean. I didn't know that was Kamaka. I don't know what y'all look like in real life. Imagine y'all randomly just came up and hugged me from behind. Who the hell are you? Get the hell your hands off my back. First you ignore it, then you push Lottie. Okay, this chat is going to be starting to make up stuff. Shay's going to end up making a story that I did something to her and Dizzles when I first met them. Shay's going to make a story. She's going to end up making up a story when I met her, Dizzles, and Tautonu. Yeah, so I didn't ignore him on purpose. I looked, I saw him, and I didn't really know it was Kamaka. Anyways, I think that's it in our community. Not even. You better not be making up stuff, Shay, about how our first encounter went on. You know, if any of y'all ever ruin my first encounter with y'all, chat, I'm not meeting anybody anymore, so nobody ruin it. Everything always gets ruined because of some weirdo we meet in the community who's like different in person. I meet someone in person and they just lay their big dingling on the back of my head, and then I'm gonna be like, bro, who the hell? I swear, if I meet y'all in person and someone lays their dingling on my head on my first ever experience meeting you, what the hell? I think about this stuff, Maggie. I don't know how y'all are like in real life. You know, introverts are awkward people in real life. Lottie Dottie tripped on me and fell on me. Please don't threaten him with a good time. Okay. I can't stop laughing. I still picture it like it was yesterday. You're scared someone is going to kiss you? Yeah. Someone in the community is going to reach out and just randomly kiss me, and I'm going to be like, what the hell? Wake up and whisper, call me Bubba. I did not push Lottie Dottie. She tripped. She tripped over a wire and fell on me. I think most of us are too short to do. Okay, good. Irvin, that's a good point. That's a good point. You guys can't reach me. Cool. Actually, there's a few tall people in this community. Wally's taller than me in real life. I'm 6'2". Wally, one of our mods, he's 6'5". Noah Plays, thank you for the follow. He's 6. I think he's the tallest in our community, Wally. If we had a community picture, yeah, kiss his neck. I love Richter. Richter, man, it's funny that me and Richter never hung out in college. I don't know why, but it's like me and Richter, it's funny that me and Richter are hanging out more outside of college than we did in college. Like I'm sad I didn't get to meet Richter. Richter's my people, man, and I'm sad I didn't get to know him in college. It's because I mostly hung out with the basketball players, and Richter was like doing his own thing as a resident advisor. He was an RA as well for one of the dorms. I was an RA, but our schedules were always opposite. We never got to vibe with each other. But we're vibing now in the community, you know what I mean? So it's like I never knew how funny. I knew Richter was funny because I've heard stories, right, through Lauda and through. If you know Richter, you know. But I've heard stories, you know what I mean, from people of how funny Richter is. And I always liked his laugh. When Richter would laugh, he had this high laugh. But what was funny about Richter is he had this high laugh, but he had a low voice. The lowest voice isn't like a Vin Diesel voice. Like, so Richter, he has a very soothing, like, yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? Like, he's like Ebelak. Like, there's 2 or 3 low voices in our community. So like Ebelak, his voice is like lower than Ebelak's. I can't tell who's lower. We got to get him and Ebelak on the same team. But his voice is really low, very soothing. So whenever Richter talked, he could command the room with his low voice. But his laugh was high. So he's just like Ebelak, yeah, in a sense, where their voices are low, but when they laugh, it's like a high-pitched laugh. You know what I mean? It's so funny. Anyone 5 feet below you be sniffing? Okay. All right, Trunks, let's not do that. Trunks has a point. If you're 5, yeah, let's not do that. Can I play? Noah, you missed it. We played with community earlier. Where the hell were you? We said goodbye to the whole map. By the way, Noah, if you want to get trusted, you have to ask for it in our Discord. I'm trying to teach y'all to get out of your comfort shell so you don't miss out on these big days. We've been doing this for 3 years, man. Or is it 2 years? We've been doing community goodbyes for 2 years, man. Don't be shy. Practice the art of asking, chat. You're going to miss out on more fun opportunities, more bonding moments with the community. I won't be next to you because my face will be next to your butt. Laundry, if that were to happen, I will introduce you to my first fart. If any of y'all are right by my butt, I'm pretty sure you probably will be. Kimmy's like by my, like when I stand, Kimmy's like right here. Like below my chest. Kimmy's hella short. And Kimmy's like 5, so like most people have, even Lottie Dottie is short. When I met Lottie Dottie, I was like, damn, this girl's short. She fell and her head hit my shoulder. This is how short Lottie Dottie is. She comes over to give me a hug. She's like, you know, this is what short people do. They waddle, right? So she's like a little duck coming over, waddling. You know what I mean? She's waddling over, trying to give me a hug. And boom, trip. Her head, bop, right here on my shoulder. I should have been like, there, Lottie Dottie. there. It's okay. Jeezy says I will cry. Yeah, it was so funny. I'm 4'10", so my face will be next to your butt. I swear if you fart. Yeah, I'm gonna fart. I'm gonna fart if I meet you for the first time. If you by my butt, sir, we do not waddle. They do this like little cute walk, you know? Like uppies. Kimmy, uppies, you know? Lottie Dottie walking up. Oh gosh, that's too funny, man. I could picture it like it was yesterday. I'm relatively new year. What's the Discord? Exclamation point, Discord, Queen Gremlin. Come and join us. Lottie Dottie is actually 4 inches taller than Kimmy, yeah. So Lottie Dottie is like, so this is Kimmy over here. And Lottie Dottie is like maybe up here. Actually, over here is where her head is. So when she fell, she landed like right over here in this spot. Yeah, I see you guys as toddlers. There, little kids. It's okay. Is your parent here with you? That's what I should have said to Lottie Dottie. Because I said, I knew you would be awkward in person. That was my opening line with Lottie Dottie. I should have been like, are you missing your parents? Do you need your parents, Lottie Dottie? Do you need me to call them? Hi, Alamode. How are you? Chat, I'm going to go call it a night. I got to wake up early. I got to go to my meetings. My stand-up, I killed it, Alamode. Long story short, killed it. With an actual group, with an actual crowd. There wasn't that much comedians there, There was an actual crowd, so people were actually laughing. Don't worry, I'm 5'9", so I can gritty. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you, Maggie. Wow, that's tall. Thinking about 5'9", you're 3 inches shorter than me. Damn, Maggie, you tall. Kimmy, go to sleep. I don't know what you're doing up this late. I told you after we sing happy birthday, just go sleep, and you're still up. I told y'all, chat, stop paying attention to the streams at this time. I'm just telling stories. Native should have a height requirement at the doors of comedy club. Maybe. You know, that's the only mod I need to meet. Native better show me his face one day before he dies. Or before I die. I swear, Native, this guy has done so much for me, chat. I don't know how to explain it. This is how you know there's a guy. People don't believe there's a guy, but it's like, how do you explain a guy who's constantly building stuff for me? Building my PC, building this. I've never met the dude. Ever met. I don't even know what he looks like. I don't know. Like I said, for all I know, he's a blonde chick with blue eyes with a voice changer. I don't know what he looks like in real life. You know? So he sent me a picture, but I want to see him in person. I want to meet Native in person. I really do, man. So I can give him a big hug. And then just hold him for a long time. And just don't let him leave. I just want to hold him and just make it so uncomfortable. What if he holds you? Yeah, I want to caress him on his long locks of hair. What if he's a Nigerian prince? Yeah, I don't know. I want to caress him with his long locks. Because when he showed me his picture, he sent a picture to me. I was like, oh, yeah, he does have the Native American look because he's got long hair. But I want to see it in person. I want to, like, meet him and sniff his hair. I want, you know, while I'm holding the back of his hair, I'm like, is this really you, Native? Is this really you? I love the smell of your hair. He'll have you on the next flight back to Hawaii. Yeah, I want to braid his hair. Imagine Native and me playing Fortnite in the middle of the night. Native plays Fortnite and I braid his hair for him. Damn, that's bonding time right there. That's bonding time. No, Cool. Native didn't want to meet Cool once he found out about Cool's organization skills. One day, I'm going to go to a Twitch conference and Native better not ghost me. There's going to be a Twitch conference I'm going to go to one day, chat, where I get to go meet other streamers. I don't know. I just love this community. I don't care about meeting other streamers. There's no streamer out there where I'm like, I want to meet him, you know? Because most of my blessings, 99.9% of my blessings in this lifetime never came from streamers. It came from God in this community. So it's like, I don't care to meet any streamer. You know what I mean? So it's like, those conferences, you go to meet streamers. You don't really go to meet people from your community. So if I were to go at my first meetup with this community, I feel like Disneyland is a great place, but it's too expensive, chat. Like, not everybody in this community can afford Disneyland. I don't know. Disneyland would be a great place for a first meetup. Hang out as a community at Disneyland. That would be fun. Just having conversations with chat. That's a great place to hang out. Because there's a lot of places you can sit. A lot of open spots, and we just vibe kind of thing. If you guys ever come to Hawaii, no one has your vibe that I've... Oh, thank you, Jeezy. That means the world to me. Can I come to your show next Thursday? Hell yeah, Hooked. I don't know what I'm going to do next Thursday, but yeah, come. I haven't figured out what... I haven't even figured out. Actually, I don't know if I'm ready yet, Hooked. Hooked, when I'm ready, I would like to meet y'all in person because I told Kimmy wants to come to one of my first shows. She hasn't even come to one of my first shows. I told Kimmy not yet until I'm ready. I feel like I killed only 2 shows. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Do you know, Hooked? So I want Kimmy to be at my first show too. So Hooked, not yet. Because Kimmy has been asking me, and I'm not ready yet to meet the community because I'm still working on becoming my best version, Hooked. I want you to come to a show where I feel ready. I told chat that if I killed 3 shows in a row, then maybe I might be ready, but I don't know. I'm glad you know where it is, Hooked. That's so cool. Yeah, so Kimmy wants to come to one of my shows. I said, Kimmy, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready for people that know me to come because I don't know how I would respond with you there. I probably would be the same because like with strangers, I perform like I know like if my mom's not there, I feel like I have to overperform if my people are there. You know, so I will try to get Kimmy to come to one of the shows, but I'm not ready yet. I still feel like Hooked. I want you to come watch a show of mine, and I'll pay for it, right, Hooked? Anybody, because it's $5 entry to get in. When I feel like I'm ready, I don't want you to pay anything. I'll pay for you to come watch one of the shows. You gonna roast Kimmy. So he's like, I'm gonna try to come incognito since he doesn't know. He doesn't know what I look like. He's gonna be, yo, I'm never gonna know. I bet you he was there at tonight's show and I didn't even know. There was 2 girls who I felt like could have been a part of our community. The 2 lesbian chicks in the front, they just could not stop laughing. Like the 2 chicks in the front, I'm like, I wonder if this is my community out here and they're just making me feel good. Like there was two chicks in the front who like, you know, yeah. I wonder if they were part of it. I mean, one girl was from Waipahu, Hooked and Booked, and then her girlfriend. So the girl was local Hawaiian chick. She looked like local Hawaiian girl, and then her girlfriend looked like a redhead, looked like a white girl out of Alabama. So it was like a local girl and a white girl. Maybe the white girl was born and raised here, but there's a lot of white girls who are born and raised in Hawaii too. But she had like kind of like that southern accent when she was talking. That redhead girl. I'll come when you say it. Thanks, Hook. Yeah, so I hope Kimmy will live stream your show. Yeah, I'll probably make Kimmy come to my first show because I told Kimmy I'm not ready yet. So chat, if you know where I'm doing my open mics, please don't show up because Kimmy wants to be the first one. She, you know, it's part of her spiel. She wants to be the first one on each one. I love a southern accent. So I'm not ready yet. I'm still working. Like, chat, this is my only 3rd comedy set. You know what I mean? I can't get too confident and too egotistical just because I killed 2 sets. It's not how it works. It's not how life works. I need to bomb some more. So the goal is to do 21 comedy sets this year. We have done 3. Okay, so next week I'm going to do a 4th. The week after I'm going to do a 5th. So 21 comedy sets times 515, $125 to get better. That sounds like a good trade-off. Because I got to pay $5 every time I go in. I don't want to be that guy. Like my boy James hooked me up for the first one. But this guy's a business owner. He doesn't have anybody come out often. And I'm the kind of person where I don't want to do that to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like the first one was free, right? Because my boy James is like buddy with the owner of the club. So I went for the first time for free, right? And then the second time, they were like, $5. And I was like, oh, my bad. I didn't realize that I had to pay to go in. I thought as an open mic person, I thought that because we're performing or we're doing the show, we didn't have to pay. And then I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry I didn't have my wallet. Can I go grab it? So I had to go back to my car, pick it up, and pay. And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that the performers are actually paying. And she goes, yeah, because Dad. And so she's cool, like his daughter explained. Dad doesn't really have people come out to open mic nights. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I thought like earlier, because I usually go when the club is like super late, right? It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m. So it's like super late. So I thought like earlier in the day they're busy because they're a well-known establishment here in Hawaii, but apparently not. You know what I mean? So I felt bad that I did the first one for free. I don't ever want business owners to like, you know, I'll pay for all my comedy sets. Makes for a better story in the future too, you know what I mean? I remember when I went and made people laugh and I paid to make them laugh. Makes for a better story, man. You know? I don't care about becoming big. I just want to perform for my community one time. I know like it's like online, not online is fun, but I want to perform for my community in real time at some point. But until I feel like I'm ready, thank you, Hooked. I appreciate you. Until I feel like I'm ready, I'm not going to tell anybody yet from the community. This is only my 3rd set, so I need to keep working and figure out like I want to get a heckler. You know what I mean? Like most comedians have at least faced a heckler once. I have a heckler that happened in the park one time. That's the Mexican group. I don't know if I told you that story, but I'll tell you that story tomorrow. You better laugh. I paid for it. Yo, imagine a Netflix special. Yeah, we probably pushing a little bit too ahead, Tekka. I'm not gonna say that. It's great to say it in front of a community, but yeah, I don't really care for a Netflix special. If it happens because God says I'm ready, then so be it. But I don't really care for a Netflix special. I just want to perform. My dream is to perform for this community in real time, like in person. And it would be nice to have all this community come out and just perform for y'all in real time. So instead of like us hanging out, I don't know how many people are watching this, but usually it's a minimum of 50 people. So instead of 50 people online, I would like to see 50 people in person, you know, when I perform for my first ever community in person. So yeah, it would be great. Sidebar Chanwakam Manapuas sound good right now? Sidebar, what is that? Is that a place in Hawaii? It's kind of unfortunate that y'all are from different parts of the world. Like we have the local people like Kimmy, Haley, Hooked and Booked. We have Kanoi. We have, you know, there's a lot of people here locally in Hawaii. But like there's a lot more outside of Hawaii. There's a lot more outside of Hawaii. Like majority of my niche are like in Australia and New Zealand. So if I were to ever do like some sort of tour, because let's say I got really good at comedy, it's my hope to get really good at it. So if I ever get decent at it, I'd probably tour Australia and New Zealand just to see, because that's where majority of my niche is. But I'm not ready yet. One day I'll reach out to Australia. I'll probably reach out to Tofinga. The greatest thing about knowing people who've been there, done that, is Tofinga is my role model as a stand-up comedian, and he follows me. So I bet you I reach out, I message him. He's one of 10 people I follow on my side account. I bet you I message him and he'll get back to me. And comedian is like the Dave Chappelle of comedy, but for Pacific Islanders. So he's the GOAT of Pacific Islander comedians. So if I ever decide to come tour Australia and New Zealand, yeah, Auntie Tala and Kulina meet, you know, that'd be funny. It'll be a really good banter, because we could go back and forth, you know. He could banter me and I could banter him, and we could banter each other, you know. So if I can get you into New Zealand, no problem. Yeah, so one day I'll reach out to him. I just don't feel like it's ready yet. What if I reach out and it's a little bit too late? I just feel like I have to feel God telling me to reach out. Does that make sense? Like if I don't feel like I'm ready, that's the difference between me now than who I was in the past. In the past, I'd force a lot of relationships. I used to reach out to Nike, Yahoo. I'm so confident with who I am as a person, chat. I used to reach out to the biggest companies in the world. They all rejected me. I reached out to Disney, rejected. I reached out to Sacramento Kings when they opened up for a professional MC, rejected. I reached out to every single big organization, rejected. Rejected after rejected after rejected after rejected after rejected after rejected. But that's how confident I was, because I'm like, y'all are missing out, man. If y'all ever saw me MC in person, because I go and watch these MCs in real time, you know, the people who introduce the NBA players, and I see some people and I'm like, damn, they're good. They're really good. And then I see some of them like, dog, how the hell did you get this job? I'm like, how the hell? I need to be friends with you, man. Because I know if I took that mic, I'm going to take your job right now. There's some MCs I've seen, chat, that that's how confident I am in my ability to MC, that they got it through connections. I just know it, Shay. I just know if I got the mic and they got to see me I'll take their job literally that day. But that's how you got to be good at your job, right? So the question is, are you that good at your job where you feel that way? Where if you got on the mic, you can hang with Kevin Hart. You can hang with Dave Chappelle. You can hang with these people, right? Now, I'm not on the level of Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart or any of them, but my confidence is at that level where I feel like if they were in a room, I wouldn't take their job. They'd probably kill it. People love them, right? They have a bigger following. but I feel like I could hold my own in a room with them, kind of thing. That's really cool though, having that confidence, never lose that. Yeah, that's the one thing. I always teach this to the community, but 90% of the battle that you're facing right now with who you want to become, who you are and who you want to become, is in your confidence, is in your belief system. That's all. That's it, chat. Half of the battle is you believing that you can hang with anybody in your field. So if you're pursuing nurse, think about the greatest nurse out there and figure out for yourself, am I close to the level? You don't have to be them, but am I close to the level that they're at? And if you get closer and closer and closer and closer as possible to their level, when the opportunity presents itself, you'll know you'll kill it, right? But yeah, my confidence is really, really high when it comes to, because I've met a lot of celebrities in my life too, so I know what they're like. I know who they are. I know what they're about. I've done a lot of shows where celebrities have shown up, so it's like, they're just normal people. I'm not like, oh my gosh. I still feel that way. I still fangirl over some, like, I loved Bretman Rock when I met him the first time, and I still fangirled over Bretman Rock, right? So it's like, or fan guide, you know? So there are a few people who probably I still would fangirl over or fan guy over, but for the most part, I'm like chill around them. Like, yeah. What's up, LeBron? Oh, you know, man, just chilling. You know what I mean? Wait, what's your name? What was your last name? Was it James? LeBron James? What was that? It? I don't remember. Night hooked and booked. Got B-Day plans. Yeah, do your thing. Thank you for hanging out with us. I gotta bounce. I said I was gonna bounce by 1 o'clock. It's 1:47. I'm always like an hour over with this community. I'm always an hour over with y'all. Yeah, you want to be your own version, right? So you want to see the level of people out there, and you want to know, can you be your own version, but at the highest level where they're at, right? And it just requires time. So for me, I'm not ready yet for the stand-up comedy thing, for people to come out yet, at least my people, because I would hate for you to come out and it's like I'm still, yeah, I killed 2 sets, but that's 2 sets. I want to, a good sample size is I want to complete like 21. Can I kill 21 comedy sets in a row, right? So far, I told chat, if I kill 3 in a row, then I know like it's meant for me. So next week will be the 3rd one in a row. I killed the 2nd one, I killed the 3rd one. Now the next one, next week. Let's see, that would be 3 in a row. Or will I bomb it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyhow, have a good rest, cool. Le polongi simi. Gotta head to work now. Thank you, Queen Gremlin, for hanging out with us. I will tonight go look. Let me see. Last question. Do I know anybody in this community who's asking for trust or sub for tomorrow? Let's see. Simba. Okay, so I don't know who Not Real Enum is. Not Real Enum, are you here in the chat? Because when I come back for the community event, these guys might want to get in. Is Simba here? Is Not Real Enum here? Is KN Sunflower here? Thank you for telling us about your day. I'm so happy it went great. Can't wait to... Yeah, I'm excited, GZ. I don't want a Netflix special, but I do want to perform for this community in real time. So that's probably my only dream left. My only dream left in this lifetime. I've done everything I needed to do, man. I know I can kill it as a comedian because I've done it twice. Question is, can I do it 3 times in a row? I don't know, because that's where comedians, it's called comedians have to be funny every time. It's a trait, because comedy is just like watching a stream. If the streamer doesn't mix it up, if there's no new season, if there's nothing new, they fall off, right? Just like comedians. If you, I might have killed last week's set. I might have killed the set before that week too. Those are 2 different sets. I got to come up with a brand new set the next time I meet new people. And then the next time I meet new people. And the next time. And that's the trait that makes you a great comedian, is you can kill it every time with a different story. And another story. And another story. And another story. And another story, right? So it's like, I might have killed my abused bit. I might have killed my, what is it? Abused bit was the first one. I bombed that. Then the abused bit again, second. Actually, the second one was Mean Girl. So each bit, I'm writing down like which one. So the first one, the abused bit, I bombed that severely. And then the second bit was Mean Girl. That one was, I killed that one. And then the third bit, first time. These are all different names of my bits. So abused, bombed that one. I like this. It's like creating your own like name of your shows, you know. Abused. Yeah, I was abused. On the abused bit, I abused myself in that moment. And then the second one, Mean Girl, that one was killed. That one did great. And then the third one, what is the third one called? First time. First time felt like a fourth time, dog. That was my third time, though. That one was good. All right. Do I have to make any calls tomorrow before I go to sleep? Simba didn't answer. Thank you, Mighty Buttercup. I appreciate you for the kind words. I hope you seeing me do something for the first time in real time inspires you and motivates you to get out of your comfort zone and go do that thing that's been waiting, chat. Stop, man. Stop waiting so long. Your dream is on the other side of that fear, right? So just get up and go do it, man. Tomorrow, today. Actually, don't do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is the answer of a person who will never do anything in their life. All right, do it today. So when you wake up today, whatever that thing that you were so uncomfortable doing, do it. Just go do it, man. It'll change. Okay, I got to follow back. See, I knew it. I got to follow back with my corporate event tomorrow, and I completely forgot. So I got to text Ashley. Ashley? Oh my gosh, chat. Oh my gosh. Something. I just had chicken skin just now. Chat. Ashley, the girl in our TikTok, is the girl who reached out to me in real time for a big corporate event. I just got chicken skin just now. Like what we doing on stream. But it's not the Ashley in TikTok, right? That's fake Ashley. Whoever that is. The girl's name. I shit you not, chat. Look. I shit you not. Look at her name. Okay, can you guys see it? What if this is like my... Can you see it? How do the people do it? You know these people who show... Okay. Okay, it just says follow back with Ashley right away or I lose contract. So I usually give someone 24 hours. I think about it. I pray on it, right? And people don't realize when I give them 24 hours, they think they're deciding if they want to pick me. No, I got to decide if I want them, right? So who do I decide it with? God. So I usually tell someone 24 hours I get back to you because I got to talk to my manager. And a lot of them don't know my manager is God. So I'll go sit on my couch and I'll meditate in the middle of the night. I'm like, all right, God, today I killed it and it's because of you. I'm grateful. Thank you for giving me. And I'll thank God, right, for everything that went great today. So I'm like, God, thank you so much for bringing this community to me. I would have never figured that out, right? So I'll talk to him about how the day went from beginning to end. This is what happened. I had this meeting. So I'll talk to him. And sometimes before it even reaches the 5-minute mark, I fall asleep. So I hope I don't fall asleep talking to God tonight because I'll sit in silence with him and just go over my day inventory kind of thing. I'm like, God, today I'm so blessed because this happened, this happened, this happened, this happened. And the way you just moved, God, today through all my community members to give me the idea. Thank you, God. I really appreciate you. Now, I need to know if this Ashley person tomorrow is a trustworthy person for this corporate event. It's a big deal coming up in sometime. I won't tell you when. If it happens, it happens. And so do I reach out? Do I say, yeah, this is something I want to do because they want an ongoing relationship if all works out? If everything works well with this contract, they want an ongoing relationship. And it's a pretty big... It's a pretty big hotel in Hawaii. Pretty big. Yeah, not big. I don't know. I don't know if they're big enough, but they recently came out and pretty big. And so they saw, I don't know how they saw my reviews, which is weird because usually I haven't been emceeing lately. And because I haven't been emceeing, like before, if you were to Google Yelp and type in the word Hawaii DJ, I was always #1. You would always see Cool Dip, my company, #1 every time. But because I stopped doing 10 to 15 events a month. I only do like 1, 2, maybe 3 events a month. I'm at the bottom barrel of Yelp because the way Yelp works, right? SEO. If you're trying to grow your business, people have to be constantly writing about you. So it's just like comedy. You can't just kill your set today. You got to kill every time. Next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. So just like the business world, if you're not killing every time you do an event and people aren't writing reviews for you every single time, your SEO goes from the top all the way to the bottom. So I have not been asking clients for reviews. So I have no clue how this was even shown to her or how she even found I should ask her. Missy says, did I get turned down by 80 people at once? Missy Fee, I love that you're going and striving for it. One of the biggest things you guys should do is introverts are like, most people who watch the stream, Missy, I bet you there's, out of the 80 people here, there's probably 10 people listening in real time, maybe 5. Majority of them are like, what do I say? Majority of them are lurking. And so it's like super late, so a lot of them asleep. So just maybe 5 people denied you. And it's not necessarily that, right? Like a lot of the people don't know how to respond to it because they're introverts. So one of the biggest things you should always do is ask it in Discord. That's the best place. In the stream, it's not the easiest place to ask because people are shy to say anything in front of 80 people. Right, so if you ever want to play with people, ask in our Discord because that's when people are relaxed. They're not being watched by 80 people, right? Does that make sense? So I usually try to teach people like one of the best ways to get people to respond is come play on stage. When I do community nights, you see how people are familiarized with slides. People are familiarized with Aurora's voice, her laugh, right? Because they're comfortable with opening up their voice when we're on stage. Try one time, Missy, when we have a community games, say hi or something. Or if I get you as a teammate when I play squads, people will at least know your personality. And if they know your personality, things will flow easier. You know what I mean? Gwen sometimes plays and sometimes talks. So it's like some people here know Gwen's voice, right? But, you know, and then there's a few people here who are willing to break the ice, like Brando, W. Brando. I appreciate you for reaching out. I try to teach this community too. Like, a lot of people are shy and introverted, so there's an introduction tab in our community too. Say something about yourself. Don't be shy. Missy, right? And have you introduced yourself, Missy? Here, I will help Missy out. Have you even introduced yourself in our introduction tab, Missy? Before I bounce, have you even introduced yourself? Missy, where are you in the introduction tab? I'm about to put her out of her comfort zone now. She gonna come out of her comfort zone now. Missy, have you ever introduced yourself? Probably not. See? So Missy, I'm gonna egg you on right now in the introductions tab. Okay? In the introductions tab, introduce yourself so people can know what is a fun fact about Missy, what is like. I thought it was mandatory to introduce yourself. No, it's not. It's just it's only when you feel like coming out of your comfort zone. And I can see Missy is comfortable and she's coming out of her comfort zone. So I got to give her a round of applause. I'm so proud of Missy coming out of her comfort zone, asking. So one of the best ways so the community get to know you, there's an introduction tab. Say something about yourself, right? So that I know, you know, people know, like, okay, Missy, I didn't know. There's an introduction tab, Jeezy. There's an introduction tab. It's under the social hub. And it's how everybody, like, you don't know that your bestie in Fortnite is waiting in that introduction tab. I did that on purpose so that not only I learned something about you, Missy, right? So I not only learned something about you, but the community learns something about you, right? And when the community learns something about you, that's how you make a friend, right? So get out of your comfort zone, man. Everything you want is on the other side of that comfort. I get nervous playing on mic with new people. I know I'll get comfortable quick, but those first few minutes scare the F out of me. Yes. And don't feel like you need to open up right away, chat. That one of the worst things you could do for yourself is opening up to the wrong person. Not just because we have a lot of open-minded, I'd say 80% of this community I can trust. Actually, I would say 90%. But there's always that 80-20 rule. So I talk about the 80-20 rule. 80% of this community I can trust. 20% are watching from other streamers or watching from other streamers' community, watching from others. So until you really, truly get to know someone, you don't know what they're about. So 80% of y'all, I know you guys are kind. 80% of y'all, I know if someone were to say, hey, you know, you want to talk to them. 80% of you are my people. There's a 20% who lurk, who could be my people, but there's also that 20% who lurk, who I don't know if they're my people. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So there's an 80-20 rule. So don't trust everybody you meet in this community when you play for the first time. Feel them out. You know what I mean when you play with them? So if you don't feel like talking, feel them out, right? Because you don't know if they rage and you're like, I don't want to be around a rager. You don't know. Hi, Gigi. You don't know if like, because what you see on, you know, here might be different from when you see in person, right? You get to really truly meet our community when you play with them in person. So you don't know if they're your vibe or not. So just feel them out, see if they're like your 80%, because 80% of the people here vibe, right? It's just you gotta be careful. There's still that 20% where you don't know if you're a good fit. You know what I mean? People are still trying to figure themselves out. So yeah. Was there a time when that 80-20 was the other way around? I feel like that's how it was. Yes. So Straw Hat Brando, I love this man because you can tell he's a growth mind. I met Straw Hat Brando for the first time when I saw him in a video that he made for this community, and I could see myself sitting with Brando and just chatting it up. I think Brando's out of New York, if I'm not mistaken. I could see myself sitting down with Brando, and he'd be one of those homies. Like there's a few people in here, like the 80% that I can be like, if I were to meet you in person, I could sit down and chill and probably talk with you all night for 4 hours, 5 hours. I didn't know how much aura Brando had until that video, right? It's just like, I see you guys through a screen, but I don't ever see you through my eyes through a screen, right? You usually see me, so you know my vibe, but I don't see you, so I don't really know your vibe, right? And so when Brando spoke, I could tell, like, for the first time, and there's a lot of people, Trunks I met for the first time through that video. There's that 80%, right? But I'm putting Brando on the spot here because he asked an important question. He said, and you can tell he knows this because he had to go through it. He said, did you have to change the 20 to make it the 80 because at some point that 20 was more of your community than the 80? I said, yep. My OG community, Brando, 20% were kind, 80% were douchebags. And the reason why was because I was a douchebag, Brando, in that moment. When people would come into the chat, people would be like, oh, look, grown-ass man, by the way. And people didn't realize that I'm a professional MC. So I used to be a douchebag. As a funny, right, I was trolling people back in the chat. So in doing so, while trolling people, right, people would come in and say some mean stuff. Look at this bald-ass man. One guy trolled the crap out of me, and this is when I knew I needed to stop. Usually the 20% that you have in your life is because of you. You're the reason. So for what I did, I used to troll people back. And this is when I knew that I should stop doing that. A guy came in and trolled me, right? He trolled me one night, and I wanted to be funny. And this was like 3 years ago. So mean. Or was it 2 years ago? I don't remember. This is when I knew, no wonder I have douchebags in my community. I had to catch myself. So this guy talks shit to me. And I'm like thinking in my head, you do not know me, dog. I'm a professional shit talker. I'm really, really good at it. So he talked shit to me, right? The first time around. And then I pulled up. Oh, I felt such like a douchebag. Because he was talking about my appearance. He was talking smack about me. He said, man, you so ugly. Like, what the hell? How the hell do you even have 10 people watching you? You ugly ass. And for me, I'm off. I just got off work, dog. let me chill. I just want to vibe with the 10 people I have here, 20 people. He was talking shit. Chat, I'm off. You guys have seen me when I'm off. Please don't test my patience. I will call you out, you know what I mean? And I'm off. I still make that mistake today. I apologize to y'all who really, truly mean something to me. I don't need to apologize to the people who are douchebags, but to the people that watch me and you appreciate me for me and I appreciate you for you, I will apologize to you in real time, right? Just like what happened last, that's another story. Apologize in real time, right? But this guy, he thought he could troll me. Oh, you ugly ass having dude, like, look at this. And he started talking about my facial appearance. He started talking about like, oh, what's underneath your hoodie? Why don't you take off your hoodie? And all this stuff. He just kept going. He wouldn't stop. So I did the worst thing a streamer could do. I pulled up his profile picture. I said, did you just call me ugly having that? All right, bro. I clicked on his profile, brought it up to the community, and I was like, damn. And that's all I said. I didn't dog him on anything else. All I said was, damn. And you saw the whole chat busting out laughing. Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji. And the whole community just could not stop laughing. It was one of the funniest laughs the community had that night. Because, you know, you have a highlight moment on each stream. And this is how I know I'm an empath. Well, that guy was going off. I didn't say anything about his appearance. I didn't say anything. He couldn't take the dish he was giving out. And I felt so bad, chat. Well, I got a bunch of laughs in the room and everybody was going off. I realized the guy was more insecure about himself. That's why he was talking shit to me about my looks. And he just went silent. He was talking shit the whole stream. And in the moment I roasted him back, and all I did was pull up his picture. I didn't talk about how he looked. I just said, you think I'm ugly, dog? You think I'm ugly, dog? All right, let's pull up your picture. Exhibit A. It was on the side channel, Maggie. Oh, I felt so bad. Exhibit A. All right, this is the guy that's calling me ugly. So I click on his picture. The picture pops up. I showed up in chat. And I go, damn. And then I put the picture back down and I didn't say anything else. That's it. I spared no feelings in that moment. And that's when I knew, all right, you know what? That's enough. Well, I felt bad. Like, that's how you know that this is not what you want in your life. I know I'm a professional roaster. I know I'm a professional comedian. I'll talk shit to people who talk shit to me, but it's like, I didn't need to give him that energy. You know what I mean? He might have been, I was still being merciful with just damn. And even that damn made me feel bad. That's all I know. That's when I knew I only want kind people in my community. I don't want to do that. I don't need to talk to the people who are negative to me. So then I realized, and I took a deep pause, Brando, and I said, okay, so my community is still like roasting too much and like a little bit mean. So it's like, I need to stop doing that when I do that on TikTok. So I stopped. I stopped trolling, roasting people who roast me. I stopped roasting. I stopped giving them energy, and I started focusing on only the 20%. Okay, so keep in mind, 20% were kind, and the 80% of my chat was rude. So anytime, chat, this was so tough to get out of. This is the hardest thing you're going to have to do in your life. You're going to have to learn to let go of the 80. So I stopped reading 80% of the chat, where some people felt like I was ignoring them. And I only read 20% of the chat. And when I read 20% of the chat, that 20% became bigger. It went to 30, then it went to 40, then it went to 50, then it went to 60, then it went to 70, then it went to 80. Right? So the 80% were kind of fake, were kind of rude, were kind of this. I stopped addressing. So something super deep for your life, chat. Brando asked an important question. How do you change the 20 and make your 20 the 80? Focus only on the 20. That's it. And that's why we have 80% kind people today. Focus on the 20. Just wanted to drop some wisdom before I bounce, chat. Focus only on the 20% in your chat. Try not to. And Gwen, there's a lot of you starting up streaming. I feel like you're really good at mirroring. You give the energy that oh, thank you, Tay. I appreciate you. I learned quickly that when I was starting up as a streamer, there's a lot of mean people who come in, right? So notice how I'm probably the only streamer you see treating Ashley as a community member, right? No streamer will address those bots, but I show my personality by trying to make them feel welcome, right? You guys know who Ashley is, the TikTok. Our whole chat usually is fighting her, but I'm trying to teach the chat, try to tell them, hey, Ashley's our community now. Be nice to her, even though, you know? So it's like I try to tell chat, stop fighting people, stop throwing out negative energy, stop being negative, stop complaining, stop condemning, stop criticizing. So I'm trying to make chat understand what I want as a streamer. And because I'm showing them what I want, they end up following, right? Make sense? Speaking some valuable advice right now, you are or will become who you surround. Yes, Irvin. You are who you become. So you got to learn to ignore the rude comments. It's not worth the time. So when I started up as a small streamer, the amount of rude comments that came in, Gwen, 80% of my chat on TikTok was rude AF. And I wanted to show my 20% that I'm really good at roasting back. And we've had some nights where our community has some really good belly laughs that we needed for a while. And so my community knows how good I am with roasting, but it's like, well, they did know that. They just, yeah. The world needs more peace and yes, Jess. So there's no need to address negativity. So if you notice, some of y'all be saying some negative stuff. If you ever notice, a reminder, some of y'all are like, am I filtered? Sometimes you're either filtered or sometimes you've said something negative, and that's why I don't read your comment, right? Because I got to think about the 80% who are watching the stream. Because if I think about the 20% and I address the 20%, the 80% is going to feel some type of way, right? And so it's like I care more about the 80 now than the 20. Before I cared about the 80 when it was the 20, but now it's backwards now. Now 80% of the community is kind. With great will comes great big booty Latinas. Oh, toxic. Bro's a big fan of big booty Latinas. The comment that I posted on your post, sorry, Jeezy says. Okay, so Kayla commented, yo, W's in the chat for Kayla and Missy. They're actually in the introduction. Hi, I'm Kayla. I love watching Fortnite. I've been playing a little over a year, but I still play like a bot most of the time. I'm a mom of 3 and I'm 30 years old. See, chat? Anybody out there who's in their 30s and has kids? Bam. Already Kayla is a mom. If you're a mother of 3 out there, you probably could relate. Boom, there's your people, right? That's why it's important to say something about yourself, because you don't know in the chat who is a mom of 3 who could relate to you, and now you got another mother playing with you. And then, much better than a mother playing with you, a mother who could help you deal with your 3 children and how she deals with her 3 children, right? So look at Love Doll over there. She's like, oh, mama 3 here. So you don't know the intricacies of what it's like to be a mother of 3, the stresses that she has to go through, right? But now that the chat knows, hey, Kayla is a mother of 3, maybe another mother of 3 might reach out. There goes not like a regular mom. Look at this. Look at this. Mom of 2. Mom of 2, Gigi here. Look at that. Y'all don't even realize it. How simple it takes to get out of your comfort zone. And you might just have a duo for the night. Look how simple it is. Missy says, good morning, everyone. My name is Missy. I'm an introvert looking for a dual buddy on Fortnite. I have a mic. I can talk or not. Add me if you want an awkward buddy. Okay, so she's shown a bit of herself. Not fully... We don't know much except for the fact she's awkward. So, if there's an awkward person, if you're like Lottie Dottie, and if you were to meet someone for the first time, and you trip over a wire, and you land on the person accidentally, yeah, Missy is for you. Okay, so she's just awkward. That's all she wants you to know. Hi, 120, how are you? I pushed, okay, I did not push her, she tripped. Father of 2, 1 boy and 1 girl. That's some shit I would do for real, Gwen says. Okay. Yeah. Okay, chat. All right, chat. I'm calling it a night. My son calls you Uncle Cool. Mother of 5 here. Or sorry, I meant dad. Wait, Uso Alof Dennis, you got 5 kids? How come I didn't know that? Wait, did I know that? Nah, I don't think I knew that. Dennis, where are you located? I didn't want how amazing I am. Would scare some off. She said, I didn't want to show how amazing I love you, Missy. You're so awesome. He said it in his intro, I think. Okay, so see, seems like I got to go back and reread everybody's intro. I'm doing too much at once. He wrote it in his intro? Hold on, let me see. I know Dennis. Like, I know his fun fact as the Ia Lava Lava guy. Hi, I'm Dennis. Born and raised in Apia, Samoa. Permanently moved to Auckland, New Zealand in 2000. Ah, he did say, I'm a dad to 5 little monkeys. Ah. I know he had a beautiful Palangi partner. He's the one that mentioned that. Started playing Fortnite mid last year and was hooked. Came across cool towards the end of last year. I thought this was pretty funny at the time. Never watched any lives. I was scared that might be watched. So I'm not good on technology stuff, but it all changed. Grateful for finding this awesome community. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I think it's because the fact that I was asking the other night, and I was asking Dennis, because I take one fun fact about the community and I implement it. But the other night he goes, my fun fact is I don't ever wear pants or anything else when I leave the house, which for those of you who don't know, in Samoa it's called a sarong. He's a true upolu guy. Apia guys will do that, you know. I'm a American Samoa, so like sometimes I wear Ia Lava Lava, sometimes I wear basketball shorts, you know what I mean? Because I'm not full Samoan. But all the Apia guys I know, they always wear a sarong. It's a Ia Lava Lava with usually nothing underneath. So I can just picture Dennis, you know, Dennis coming out of the house, and as he's walking, I can just picture his Ia Lava Lava flying. Flying out of nowhere, you know what I mean? And just straight buck naked. I just picture it sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, I wonder if some of our community members have had to deal with that. All right, I'm yapping now. I gotta go to sleep. It's hot anyway, Trunks. I'm gonna call it a night before I say something I regret. Usually when I'm this tired, I say something stupid. So, yeah, love and appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. See you guys for the opening. Okay, last call. I'm gonna do this one more time. Where the hell they asked for trusted, but they're not even here? Tell them I'm not gonna get trusted because I don't even know who they are. What's their name? Where's the am I trusted section? Didn't even answer if they were here. And it's probably too late for them, so they probably went to sleep. Where is it? What the hell's the am I trusted section? I am so tired, I can't even see. Someone put on the subtitles for Discord because this is way too much for me to... Okay, there it is. Wait, no, that's Social Hub. Oh, it's in the Join Custom Games. It was up. Okay, here. Last call. Not real Enum. Last call. Simba. Last call. KN Sunflower. Last call. Alright, they're not coming in because I don't know who the hell they are. I've seen that Simba guy. Hold on, let me see. I've seen him chat in chat. Alright, chat, we're going to stalk his profile. If he ever comes tomorrow, he'll be like, alright, we stalked your profile because we didn't really know who you are. Okay, so SXM. He's the only one who gave his TikTok. The other two did not give their TikTok, so no trusted for them. Simba vibes. All right, chat, you're going to vote. Simba has no clue what we're doing right now. Chat, we're going to vote. What do you think? You think he's a cool guy? Chat, you think he's a cool guy? Chat, what do you guys think? Look at that. He's like, oh, yo, what's up? What's up, ladies? Aw, yeah. Chat, what do you guys think? He looks trusted. Sure? What do you guys think? Innocent until proven guilty. Javante Jr.? Stranger danger, I'm scared. Denied? Hey, be nice, chat. What do you guys think? He looks like a cool dude. I can like feel people's energies, and I like that he's comfortable. Like, look, chat. Look what he posted. Rule number 1: don't give a shit. And he's doing the. You know what? I didn't see that word. He's accepted. I don't care what y'all say. I like the guy already. He said, "Don't give a shit." I vote yes. Actually, let's wait for chat. Let's wait. What if he doesn't give a shit about life and just like wants to burn everything? What if he comes in and burns our community games, chat? What if that don't give a shit, right? I just thought about it. There's 2 ways the don't give a shit can go. He could don't give a shit about like what people think about him, or he just don't give a shit about anybody. Maybe let's just talk to him more, chat. I gotta go to sleep, man. Let me just talk to him tomorrow. He checks out, Tekka says. Okay. He looks like a cool dude, man. It's just I'm too tired to make a... I like his vibe. I don't know. He seems like a cool dude. There's multiple Simbas that come into our chat, and there's another Simba who usually comes in and I like make Simba jokes. But he looks hella cool. I just can't make a decision while I'm tired. Yeah, he looks hella cool. Oh, he's a Raider fan? Native would love him. He's a Raider fan. Native would love him. Yeah, so he's probably from the Bay Area. I vibe with people from the Bay Area easily. I just want to find out tomorrow. I'm going to sleep on it. Yeah, once Native finds out he's from the Bay, he's got a Raider hat. Native is the only Raider fan in our community. Do you want to give him trusted or date him? Taya, I don't remember if that was him. I'm trying to figure out. I'm tired, and I'm trying to figure out if this is the Simba that I've been talking to, because there's a Simba I usually talk to. And I don't know if that's the Simba I talk to. Because this Simba has an SX in the name, SXMBA. So I'm like, you know, not like a regular mom. You're automatically trusted. Just ask for it now. Anytime you come in and your profile matches, right? And I see your 30-year-old mother with kids, you don't want to see things burn. Your house is already getting burned. I already trust you, not like a regular mom. Trust me, I'm really good with this. I have this tendency to believe 30-year-old mothers, you don't want to see the world burn because you are too busy trying to put out your own fires. Your world is burning already with 3 kids, and yeah, bro, your world is already burnt. I don't think you want to see anything else burn. You're trying to put out the fires in your own world. That's too easy. Easy. Like a 30-year-old mom and your profile matches. Right? There are some people who pretend to be 30-year-old moms, and they're like a kid, and I can tell they're a kid trying to pretend like we had this one kid back in the day. He goes, I'm a 32-year-old mom, and I have 4 kids. I was like, cool, what's the name of your 4 kids? And they were like, you don't even know the name of your kids. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're not a mother. They paused for a bit. They weren't sure, like, Tracy, yeah, you're not a mom. Get out of here. I'm really a 30-year-old mom. Yeah, it was funny. Chat was having fun with that kid that day. Chat was having fun with that. Okay, cool, you're a mom? What's the name of your 4 kids? Man, he dug a hole for himself. Picked up on it so fast. I sniffed that BS from a mile away. I've been a mom 37 years, Missy says. Damn, that's amazing. Jaylee and Cyrus. Those are your 2 kids? Those are beautiful names. Cyrus, Jaylee. I had a girl I liked in high school, but her name was Jaylene. She was my first kiss. And that was a long time ago. She had an N at the end of her name. That was pretty funny. That's pretty close to her name. I've been a mom for almost 9 years now, and I'm still surprised that I'm a mom. My dad's name is Jay, and mom's name is Robin. Okay, wait. Rissy just said Robin. How long ago and what year? I was a freshman, so I'm 21 now. So if I was a freshman in high school, how old would I be, chat? 15? So that was 6 years ago. You think you can catch me cursed? I was 15 or 16 at the time. You're bound to slip up one day.